She's got 15 years. She's a great, passionate leader with 15 years of experience as a program engineer, right?
Software engineer.
Software engineer, excuse me, at JP Chase. She left there and she went to work. And she teaches the youth out in the Pearland area how to Toastmaster so they can communicate effectively. And that's really great. But she also has a nonprofit, the Beltway 8 South Crisis Pregnancy Center.
Yes.
I got it right, okay. And she's going to tell you a little bit more about that later. But at this time, let's give her a warm welcome. Andrea.
Thank you so much. Last time I was here in May, I was sharing my passion for JP Morgan and how in my plans, I was never going to leave JP Morgan. But God had a whole different plan. In 2023, I had a heart procedure and I was at home. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. So the only other thing that you could do is just watch TV. One of the movies that God forced me to watch, because I wouldn't have clicked on it. It's a movie called Unplanned. I don't know if anybody has heard of that movie. Okay. Unplanned is the story of Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson was the executive director of Planned Parenthood. After I saw that movie, I probably cried for a whole week. 17 years, God put away my feelings, what I did, and I didn't remember, I didn't talk about it anymore. Until that week when I saw it, and the lady that was discipling me, she was asking me like, something's going on with you. You're just crying nonstop. What is going on? So I told her what happened when I had left high school. And she said, that's one thing I can't help you with. But how about you go to the Crisis Pregnancy Center? They'll be able to help you. So I did. I took the Forgiven and Set Free class. I told God, thank you for healing me. Thank you for forgiving me. We're done. We'll never talk about it. You'll never use me for this ever again. And God was probably laughing. He was like, okay, just watch what I have in store for you. I didn't go back to the Crisis Pregnancy Center to volunteer. I was helping with the marketing. I was helping with videos. I was helping with social media. But then I got promoted to a software engineer and I didn't go back. Last November, when I was doing my devotional, I was leading the JP Morgan Christians at Work. I told God, why can't you just give me a job for you, something that I can work for you? That's all I said. In December, they told me that I lost my job. I had to either move to Columbus or Atlanta. But because my daughter was born with a genetic disorder, we couldn't do that. Her whole team is here. It would have been crazy to just start all over. So I called Miss Jean at the Crisis Pregnancy Center, and I asked her if she still needed help or volunteers to do marketing. And she said, sure, come on over. I did the advocacy training. After I did this seminar, I went back to the Crisis Pregnancy Center, and she had her resume on her desk. I prayed all weekend long to figure out how to ask her what was her succession plan, what was she going to do. She's 81 years old. So I had to be very careful in how I asked the question. My husband and I practiced all weekend long how to ask her what to say. On Monday, when I walked in, she said that she needed to see me at her office, and I was freaking out. I thought I said something wrong to the client, or the client complained, or I said the wrong verse. I was just thinking all kinds of things. She asked me if I would consider being the executive director for the center, half the salary, no benefits, but I knew that that was an answered prayer. So today, I'm not only going to teach you about networking in the corporate world and for business, but there is also a godly networking. When you start talking about your story and your sins and your past and all your tests, it actually becomes a testimony, and God will use that for your next career. My goal was to be with JP Morgan for the rest of my life. I already had it planned, and God said no. He needed me to work somewhere else. So don't ever think that networking is just to get a job. God has different plans for each one of us where He needs us. So for networking, the definition of networking is 3 parts: net, work, and in. And each one of those parts are very important. Net, think of the net whenever you're catching something. You're getting everything together. It's not you by yourself. It's a big network. It's a big net that you're going to need in order to do networking. The second part, it's work. You actually have to put the effort. You actually have to do something in order for something to happen. And the last part, the in, that means that it's an ongoing process. It's not that you're going to show up at an event and you're going to get the work and you're done. It doesn't really happen like that. Sometimes you have to go to 5, 6, 7 before you can actually get a job or before you can get a new client. Last time I was here, some very wise person told me that I forget the most important part of networking. And he was absolutely right. There is one part of networking that we never practice. One of my favorite movies is The Forge. So I'm going to show you a video of what he says.
Hey, okay. I guess that's all right. Something to remember. When you meet someone, you're communicating something about yourself and how you see them. Everyone wants to be valued, men especially want to be respected. So, when you greet someone, look at them in the eye as a confident young man, not arrogantly, but confident. Say your name, give them a strong handshake, and then respect them by learning their name. Okay, we're gonna do that like it's the first time. Hello, sir. I'm Isaiah Ray. Nice to meet you, Isaiah. I'm Joshua Moore. Good to meet you, Mr. Moore. Yeah.
Okay, so because this is a practicing session, that's exactly what we're going to practice. You're going to turn around to whoever's next to you, you're going to shake their hands, and you're going to say their name. You may think that this is not a good practice, but you'll be surprised. When you're in the JP Morgan event, there's a lot of hiring managers, and that's the first thing that they're looking at. Are you confident? Are you looking at them in the eyes? Because a lot of people go up and they're like, yes, hi, my name is, I need a job. And then there's other people that before they even walk, they're standing, they're looking at whoever they're going to, and they're like, okay. And remember their name. Their name is very important. You may need to say, I met you at this event, Mr. Greg. I love what you said to me. I still remember. Always carry around a little paper with you and put notes after you meet somebody. That person said this person said that, this person works here. So the next time you talk to them, you can pick up from the conversation and you can ask them. So turn around to whoever's next to you, say your name, shake their hands. Were you like kind of strained? Were you looking at each other in the eye? It's hard to look at somebody in the eye, right? Have you ever had a conversation with somebody when they're doing this or looking somewhere and you're like, I'm talking to you, just look at me. Tell me, like, we're having a conversation. So it's hard. It's something that we don't think about it, but we have to practice.
Walk up to me.
Okay. Networking doesn't have to be an event where it's planned to do a networking event. Networking can actually happen in every single day activities. I'm going to give you a few examples and you can tell me if it's networking or not. Whenever you're talking to your customers and you're asking for feedback, you're sharing updates, or just chatting during a transaction that builds trust, raise your hand if you think that's networking. Absolutely. So these conversations can actually lead to referrals, partnerships, or even new business ideas. That is networking the easiest way because you already have the client. but you're asking them, what can I do? Can I do something better? Are you missing something? And sometimes you'll get a new idea. The customer will tell you, this is great, but I wish it could do ABC. You just got a new idea to expand your business just from that customer. And if that customer needs something, somebody else may need that too. You are having coffee with somebody, just a friend, a colleague. Is that networking? Absolutely. The moment that you're talking to somebody, that person will remember that and they go back to work or wherever they're going, and you just told them that you built something. What are they going to say? Oh, I just met this person. Let me give you their contact information. They can help you with that. Okay, this is one of the hardest ones. Online, when you're posting about your business or yourself, is that networking? Absolutely. We think that our social media, it's a personal page, but it's not. The moment that you start having a company or a job, they're looking at everything that you're posting there. How you react, what kind of post do you do? Is it positive post? Is it negative post? Imagine if you're trying to get a job that has anything to do with leadership. And every post that you have on Facebook is, oh, this is a horrible day. I wish it was the weekend. This is bad. I don't like how this is going. Oh, my coworkers. If a manager is reviewing that page or any clients, do you think they're going to select you for that role? Before they even met you, before they even got to have a conversation with you, they already saw who you are behind the scenes. So you have to be very careful online when you're posting about your products and about yourself. Okay, when you have another partner or another business and they ask you to do something for them, if you have in your mind that as long as you make money, you take those deals, then you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. In networking, when somebody asks you to do something, that's a great opportunity, even if you don't get money out of it, because that might lead to a connection. That might lead to exposure for you to show your product or your services to a lot more people. So don't ever stop or turn down a transaction just because you're not going to get any funding, because it can come back as a referral, as a collaboration. There is a lot of misconceptions about networking. People think that networking is just to get something for yourself, and it's not. Sometimes you may not even get anything for 6 months or a year until something big happens. Impress. You have to impress everybody in order to sell. How many people have done that? How many people have said, I'm not going to post the products yet. It has to be the best. I'm going to wait until it's ready. And you never get to that point where it's actually ready, when you could have just showed what you're doing and then build it from there. The third one, immediately. We want it now. We wanted to go to a networking event and you want to get a job and you want to get that next contract. You want it to happen right away. And if it doesn't happen, what do? I'm done with the business. That's it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to sell something else. We're not consistent. A few more. Transactional. We think that networking is only working if you get results, and it's not. It's a relationship. What about the total opposite of it's not perfect, but I don't have anything to sell? I don't have any special skills. I haven't learned anything yet. But the more you talk to people, the more you'll find out that you're really good about something that you never thought it would be a skill. Something that I see in the non-for-profit world, we don't have titles, but there's people that are really good at selling and they've never had a sales job. But they can go to all the churches, they can go to different places and they'll get donors. But they have never, ever had a sales job. They're just passionate, very passionate about what they're doing. Career. Networking, it's only for a career and only for business purpose. That's not true. You may be able to find your next role or your next business idea by networking. It doesn't have to be just a career. The hardest thing is to do every thought, every action, and every feeling to pass it through the fruits. If it's not one of those 9, love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, kindness, self-control, goodness, or faithfulness, don't do it. Just don't do it. That'll be the hardest thing you'll learn in leadership, in business, in networking. If it's not one of those 9, don't do it. I promise you, you will never regret not doing it. So I have another activity for all of us. We did it last time, and we found out so many things about each other and how we can start like a whole corporation with everybody that was in the room. So we're going to start on this side, and you're going to say what your dream job was, or what you wanted your dream job to be when you were leaving high school or when you were leaving college, what you really, really wanted to do.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerry Hernandez, aka Stage. Okay, when I was a lot younger, I wanted to be part of the USA Marine Corporate. I did pass the ASVAB test. I was finna go to San Diego on a Tuesday, but on a Sunday night, I got arrested and got a felony. But now, I just got out and I'm taking some classes. I want to be a medical assistant. That's what I'm working on right now. Thanks.
Thank you, Octavio. Go ahead.
How y'all doing? My name is Raymond Diaz. So when I was younger, I kind of was in the streets a lot. I was from in Fifth Ward, North Houston. So like I really didn't have like a positive perspective. I really was like trying to like come up like off of what I was living at. So like I transformed though from my incarceration. This time I done been like reading books, getting involved with programs, like etc. So now I kind of opened my mind and I kind of like got into the barber industry. So I'm kind of like cutting hair, and I see it as like a what you call it, like a platform where like a variety of people can come to here, like all type of people cut their hair, and like I can be effective. I can be like I can attach myself to like to be effective and impactful like in multiple ways. So like it's kind of where I'm at, just step by step. I'm still seeking. That's kind of where I'm at right now, like slow.
Okay. So keep something in mind. Your dream could have been stopped by a choice or a decision that we made, but that doesn't mean that God's plan stopped. He will use you for wherever He needs you, whenever He needs you. His time is perfect.
My name is Jesus Villarreal, aka Esqueleto, or Nacho Libre, the PP. I believe in science, right? And I wanted to be an aircraft mechanic, but you know, after I wanted to be an astronaut, but we're not talking about when you were doing landscaping, you know. Kind of took a left turn on that, but I get back on track.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to quiz you on everybody else what they said, so make sure you pay attention.
All right. Yeah. So my name's Lily Golden. I don't know if I can, I'm not supposed to leave my last name, but I don't know if I can remember what my other name was. But
I can't remember.
remember? Santos, you gave it to me. Yes, Santos, I don't remember. Well, anyway.
I gave a lot of names.
So for now, it's just be Lily. But when I was younger, I lived in Chicago, and they had a bond pit. I'm showing my age right now. But I always wanted to be a bond trader because they always made a lot of money, and they worked from 5:30 in the morning till 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, they used to trade by, they put their, everything was by hand signals. And I got in a bond pit with somebody else, and I didn't put up my hands once. I mean, I kept them right at my side. And this guy walked up to me afterwards and said, "Hey, we had a trade. It's an out trade. You just lost $10,000. I was like, "Wait, what just happened?" And the guy next to me said, "Hey, you better do it or you'll be losing money. If you don't give him $10,000 to cover up his mistake, you'll be losing money the rest of the time that you're down here." That was when I decided this is not for me. That was the end of my bond trading.
Let's see, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a forest ranger. And so I got the college catalogs and that's chemistry, mathematics, physics. I don't think I'm meant to be a forest ranger. So I stumbled around and ended up in accounting. It's been good because accounting has a lot of different directions. So you can just kind of make it work.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make it quick. When I was young, I was stupid. And I thought I wanted to be an astronomer. But then you realize there's no money in astronomy. So then I decided to be an engineer. And then I found out other ways to make money as an engineer. And one of the things is you always say yes. Oh, yes. I had Exxon ask me, can I borrow money from you below LIBOR? I said yes. And we got the biggest deal that the bank had ever done. So anyway, just keep saying yes.
I wanted to be, I didn't know what it was, but I wanted to be a businesswoman who flew everywhere. That was my dream.
I want to be a trash man. Nobody around on the back of the truck hanging on, talking about, hey, yeah, that's me. Oh, y'all thought y'all got away, huh?
I thought I was gonna sit in the back and get away with it. I got here late, but I was told we just going through our dream careers when we were young.
What you wanted to do.
What I wanted to be. I think I went through a few iterations of that. Policeman when I was little, and a fireman. When I got into high school, I thought by the time I got in my 30s, I'd be just making millions doing something. Whatever it was, I had big dreams. It didn't really happen, but that's what I thought. So over time, I think I wanted to run my own business because that was the only way to get there that I could see. So I ended up doing that, but that's the progression that I had from a kid to my young adulthood. Was policeman, fireman, then making millions somehow mysteriously, and then running my own business. And that's what I thought.
Saving lives.
Saving lives, yeah.
I'm Hannah, and when I was younger, I really liked math, so I thought I was going to be a great math professor. But then eventually, I was drawn to law and legal studies in high school and college, and now the dream is to be a lawyer. So, and yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name's Steve. As far back as high school, I knew I wanted to be a lawyer. And I don't know why, because we had no lawyers in the family, never really been exposed to it, but that's what I wanted to do. So I went to law school, didn't really know what kind of lawyer I wanted to be until I took a class in evidence. And then that showed me I want to be a trial lawyer. I want to be in the courtroom. And I was able to do that. I became an attorney, and I was a trial lawyer my whole career. And there's something about the drama of a trial and having a group of 12 people, and they have to at least pretend like they're listening to you. And I enjoyed that. So thank you, guys.
2 attorneys. So far, we have 2 attorneys.
My name is Matt. As a young child, I wanted to be a professional baseball player with the New York Yankees. It became clear by middle school that wasn't going to happen. So after that, I wanted to be an engineer, which I became, but not the kind of engineer I thought I was going to be. So I had to kind of keep my eyes open for kind of shifting opportunities.
Engineers.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Yashika Oglesby. When I was young, I was in a lot of talent shows. I did sports. I got in trouble like 14, 15, was on probation. So I wanted to be a dancer, but I thought I needed discipline, professional dancer like fame. So I thought that I needed discipline. So I went to the service and I was an air traffic controller. I'm a entrepreneur. I'm a mom and a community healthcare worker and a coach now.
Ooh. Y'all are skipping this line right here. I see how they're not saying anything.
Mike. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be rich. I watched Beverly Hillbillies, and I seen him, Jake trying to shoot a hole in the ground and oil come bubbling up. That's what I want to do. So when I got old enough, I worked roughnecking, drilling, and I decided that wasn't what I wanted.
Hello, my name is Brian Hill, aka Sid the Slot.
It's the like a stand
Honestly, I love to bake. Ever since I've been a kid, I wanted to bake. But now, I want to be a hot shot driver.
Hi, my name is Jesse. As a kid, I always wanted to be in the movies, but then, reality is that you got to get a real job. So I became a fourth grade teacher. But then life happens and you're evaluating things, and I decided to take a shot. And I took an on-camera acting class, which that led to an agent, and started booking commercials, and then I moved to Los Angeles. And so I've been working professionally for the last 15 years. During COVID, a lot of things changed in the industry. There's a lot of work coming to Texas, so I decided to move back home and closer to my folks and continue trying to do and make that childhood dream a reality.
So if y'all need somebody for the marketing, we have an actor here.
Oh. My name is Andrew. I used to want to be a truck driver because I was like, just drive everywhere, got my head in the bag. But ended up wanting to be everything mechanic after that. 17 years old, I took my ground school, did aviation with it. And the day I was supposed to start mechanics, the place shut down. It's like right after 9/11. So then I became an elevator mechanic.
We missed them too.
Adam.
Oh, I'm Adam, aka Ned Flanders.
How you doing, whole neighbor?
When I was in high school, I always wanted to own a coffee shop on the first floor and a software studio on the second floor. And then I learned that if you run a coffee shop, you got to wake up really early. So that I didn't want to do that.
And your own customers were on the second floor.
Hello, my name is Santos, aka Big Worm. Big Worm. Messing with my burritos is like messing with my emotions. So don't be messing with my burritos, right, man? When I was in high school and I was going to come out, I've always dreamed of being a chef. I talk about that a lot. But there was a time that I wanted to be a lawyer because I wanted to go into sports agent. I wanted to become a sports agent. Like Jerry Maguire.
We'll go this way. Thank you. Y'all thought you were gonna miss out on this, huh?
Well, I introduced myself earlier, but once again, Montreal Williams, aka I'm enjoying the PvP with your real night. After high school, I wanted to get into the health field, so I started looking into becoming a sports therapist. I wanted to be the one who was rehabilitating Kobe Bryant after he tore his ACL, all the other things, and then that didn't come true. So now I'm focusing on massage therapy.
Massage therapy.
How y'all doing? My name is Patrick Bills, aka Chia Pet. Chia. Growing up, I wanted to be a chef. My grandma owned a restaurant, and I loved cooking. I used to follow my mom around the kitchen. My mother was a chef. My dad was a chef. It just runs in our family. And after I got my culinary arts degree in 2013, I realized that chefs don't make no money. So I decided I was running a moving company out there in San Antonio, and I learned a lot about the field, and I seen some things that it was missing that could be different from other moving companies. So the thing I want to do now is open up a moving and cleaning company where we move you out and then we clean your house. So that's what I want.
How y'all doing? Devin Stevens, aka Lionel Richie. Hello. Is it PEP you're looking for? I didn't want to do it, but I had to. They brought up, so when I wanted to be young, I guess it was special what I said, because they used to ask me, I was talking about real young, like 4, 5. It's like, what you want to be? And I used to say lawyer. And everybody, hey, come get him, ask him what he said, and I do it again. And I'm like, why everybody so excited? Guess nobody reached that bar yet, or whatever the next was. So, but as you know, that was young stuff, and as life progressed, I started picking up different talents, learning how to cut hair. I'm pretty good at that. I love to cook. I'm from Louisiana, Lake Charles, so we love to cook where I'm from. Eventually, as I've been growing and getting older, I just see myself in my point in my life right now. A man of many talents. Like, I love music. I'm in music production. I drive trucks. I've been doing that for the last 4 years. I got my hazmat, my tanker, twit card. So it's like I'm just always trying to put myself in a nice position. But as of now, I'm trying to see myself getting into the entrepreneur stage. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like somebody said over here, I just want to be a millionaire. And I say it every day. And I'm just putting my plans together. But I do a lot of different things. And I heard one of the ladies saying she did like a lot of different. I forgot how she called it, veteran entrepreneur. So yeah, I'm like a serial entrepreneur that never jumped off yet. Like, I got my hands in a whole bunch of different things, but I think whenever I reach my plateau, I want to have my hands in stuff like nonprofits, give back to people, and have many businesses. I want to be able to sleep, be comfortable, and have money, making money while I'm sleeping. So I get there, but I was just giving y'all what I do for networking purposes. Devin Stevens. My name is Lionel Richie.
Hello, everybody. My name is Loretto Ibarra, aka Cherry Pop, cousin PEP. I'm a pop with all the flavor. When I was younger, I was real into bicycles, so I just like to build them. I always had a dream of having my own bike shop. But as of now, I'm in the restaurant industry, and that's where I'm going. Thank y'all. There you go.
You can do it.
My name is Terry. My PEP name is Debbie's Neck, but I ain't said it in so long, I really forgot how to go. Only. I'll take it. So when I was young, I used to get in trouble at school. So we had a field trip to go to, what is it, Mint, where they print the money. So, and I didn't get to go, and I was mad. So I was like, man, I'm gonna print my own money. I'm gonna print my own money, and then I found out that was deep.
Hopefully you found out before you did it.
But I think, like, I just want to be rich. I really do. Something like super. Where I feel like I'm bringing my own money.
Okay.
My name is Jake Corrales, aka Cinnamon Twist, because I'll twist you up. And so as a kid, you know, my family owns a transmission shop, so I always grew up around cars. So I'm in the back and I'm seeing all the cars on the base and everything. And that's what I wanted to do. And I told my dad, like, hey, that's what I want to do. He told me, he's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna do this. He said, because, you know, there really ain't no money in this for you, you know what I mean? So he said, you know, go ahead and do something, make your own way. So I decided I wanted to be an engineer. So before I got locked up, I was in college for mechanical engineering, and then mid semester I got this case, and then I've been in business ever since. But now I'm doing construction right now, so something similar.
Building things.
My name's David, aka Bobby Boucher, because they spit in the cooler. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a race car driver, so I'd go fast.
My name is Aaron Davis. Growing up when I was like really young, I always wanted to be a pilot, like in the military though, like Air Force. But then in high school, I was playing football a lot. I really wanted to be a receiver in the NFL. And then after high school, I mean, I didn't get any scholarships or anything, so I figured it's time to kind of, come to reality and find something to do. So I grew up watching my dad. He owned a custom car shop, and when I was in prison, he passed away, and he left it to me, like everything, all the tools, cars, everything's still there. So I've been working really hard on that, trying to get it running, and I want to expand it and have multiple locations. It's kind of the goal right now.
Mm.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Ibarra, aka Eeyore from Peru, because at BB, where's my tail? When I was a kid, I wanted to be a construction worker just because I really liked fruits. That was a really high-paying job, so I actually became an automotive technician. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. So the end goal there is to have my own shop as well.
My name is Jonathan Clay. Since the third grade, I've been playing ball, so I wanted to engage blood, but I never had enough hands, so I did it all with college, but kind of it's silly, so gave it up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Simonek. My goal is to get into the trucking industry. But if I could do anything, I would open up a ministry that would help people on the streets, gang members, drug addicts, alcoholics, troubled youth, stuff like that.
My name is Darius Williams. When I was younger, I wanted to be a rapper, but I feel like that wasn't realistic, so I went to UTI for automotive and music, and I'm here.
My name is Omar Malacara. When I was young, I was good at sports. I actually made a whole bunch of trophies. But when I left the house, it was just I was on my own, and I was too busy just trying to survive. And I was never able to do anything else. Now I realize that maybe if I had networked properly.
Thank you. Okay, so that activity had several purposes. One, there is always just a few people that talk. So making you talk makes you get out of your comfort zone. And the second point for that activity was when you go out to network, have you noticed how there's people that just go to the corner and don't actually network because they don't know how to approach you or they don't know how to start or what to say? Well, all of you know something about each other now. Every single one of you, you heard a story, a dream, what they're doing, what they want to do. When you go and network, the people that want to be chefs or open a restaurant, you already have like 2 or 3 connections. You can together figure out, hey, do we want to open a restaurant together? You know this, I have this experience. Just from hearing people's passions and what they want to do, now you can have a topic. The ones that have the car shops, there was at least 7 car mechanics. If you only have one for automobiles and then somebody knows trucks, now you can talk about all that. That's the whole purpose of talking. You never know who's going to say something that you need or who's going to say something that will connect you with somebody else. Now, to the $1 million question that everybody wants to do, I told God that I wanted to make a lot of money. And every time I got promoted, it wasn't enough. I wanted more. I did it. I got 6 figures, more and now more. And guess what was something else that God took away from me? That drive to go get the money. And he put me in a place where I'm actually saving lives. I may not be making millions, but every single person that's walking in there, it's getting to know Jesus. And at the end of the day, when I go to heaven, I know he's not going to ask me, how many millions did you make? But he's actually going to ask me, how many times did you talk about me? How many times did you share the gospel? He does miracles. I don't know how he's working the numbers, but we're doing okay. Even without my salary, he takes care of everything else. But when we're focused and just driven on one thing, which is money, we're moving the focus from his purpose. What is his call for ourselves? What is his call from our story? He says that every single test will become a testimony. And like I told God, thank you for forgiving me for my abortion. I will never talk about it. I will never do anything that has to do with that. And what do I do today? Every day, every hour of the day, every presentation, it's about my story. So use every story from your life as something that God will use for whatever he needs for his glory. Thank you.
Well, thank you. That was great. You know, when I was young, I wanted to stay young, but you see, it didn't work. No, but it's right. Y'all all know now somebody in this room you can go up to and you can have a conversation. And that's what you want to do. That's how you become successful in networking and finding out your dreams is by actually speaking to someone and looking them in the eye and telling them, man, life's great. It really is. And Thanksgiving is a time that we know how great life is. Because miracles happen all the time and they happen around Thanksgiving like no other time. So what we're going to do now, we're going to let y'all network. And you already know some people. I mean, y'all just got out, but you got to get out of that comfort zone, okay? And I think you're ready because y'all were talking. I almost had to cut you off. But no, so that's all right. But anyway, they try to do that to me sometimes too. You might go dead, and I have to keep going. But anyway, let's network, and then we're gonna have treats back there, right? We have some refreshments. It's not the great meal that we had earlier, but it's still very good. So we have every network.